Yeah, well, I think the auction in its sort of construct makes sure that teams are sort of balanced and even, and you have competitive squads. That you also get a sort of refresh and make sure that the best young talent comes through, best overseas players become available, and it's really just a wonderful opportunity for teams to spend, that money to invest in their players. So 41 million for each team. That they've got. Some have retained more players than others. There is a minimum spend they've got to get to, so they don't have to get all the way to that 41 million, but I think most will get pretty close to that. And then obviously there's a mix of overseas players and South African players, and they've got to work out all those variables. And on auction day, so many things change. You asked the question, what's new? Right to match cards are new. That's quite an interesting dynamic. Which we could maybe get into a little bit later. Also, the rookie player, we've changed that slightly and we've turned that into an under-23 player, which teams have to have 2 South African under-23 players in their squad, so a real investment in the youth. So a lot of the same, but a couple of new sort of tweaks on it, and it should be really interesting.
I think the right to match makes it more exciting because you're probably going to see some bidding wars happening between 2 franchises. I'm pretty sure you've got a couple of players that you know for a fact are going to be in between those bidding wars.
And also, kind of, it's like your safety net, right? Because, I mean, it's quite an obvious one, which is Aiden Markram. Everyone just talk all the time. He's won this competition on 2 occasions as captain. So you do feel he's, for Sunrise as Eastern Cape, as much as maybe they couldn't maybe find each other in the negotiations in terms of keeping Aiden Markram, but with that option, at least it still keeps you in the game. It's going to be interesting because you feel that Pretoria Capitals, being a homeboy, they might be looking at him to bring him back home. His leadership qualities, we all know, of course, is a quality player. So that's going to be fascinating to see how that will work out. And of course, for the first time, maybe some teams might blow themselves out of the water in terms of budgets up front, trying to get someone like Aiden Markram. So that's going to be fascinating to watch this time around.
And we know that Aiden, not only does he bat, he bowls, he also offers captaincy. And so he probably might go for big bucks.
Yeah, so look, my prediction, I did a couple of things, a couple of calculations the other night, and he'll probably be the person that'll go the most, in my opinion. I think there will be a few surprise packages in the auction, as they always are every single time there's a big auction, but he's definitely the hot property. I think if you look at 3 guys from the batting side, you've got Markram, you've got Brevis, and you've got Breetsky. I think that can all go for big because, we had a conversation off air. Someone doesn't get Markram, they go for Brevis. They don't get Brevis. You've got a guy like Breetsky that's still in the range. And then you've got another guy, a Jordan Herman. You've got all those batters coming through. But Brevis, obviously, the form that he's naturally in at the moment, he'll be absolute hot property. And another one that could potentially be brought to Pretoria, being a local boy. So, I think what will be nice is if they manage to get both of them. I don't know if they can afford both, but if they do get both of them, they've got 2 homegrown guys, and they've got a natural support base in Pretoria. But there's so many batters, so many permutations, so many calculations that need to be made of how they're going to bring in the batting units.